Welcome to the 13th of the month. Some unusual facts or maybe lesser known things. And this is about the UK, facts about the UK. Even people in the UK might actually be surprised about. The first one is everyone's going to, oh yeah, we all know that. But how much do we know that in terms of how much tea does the UK, British drink per day? Well, I got the interesting fun facts about United Kingdom in front of me at authenticeurope.com, and scrolling through this, Brits drink a lot of tea, about 100 million cups a day. Why so much? What's with the tea? Well, I think the primary focus is it's healthier than sugary drinks. The soft drinks, it's just going to make you, if every time you want to drink, you have a soft drink, like fizzy sugary drink, you're going to end up with teeth rotting and you're going to be obese and what have you. Just look at America. Well, yeah, but we do have a problem with addiction to energy drinks in the UK, which is supposed to be against the law. And parents, I'm looking at you. It's supposed to be against the law to have people under the age of 18 to be drinking energy drinks, but your kids are drinking them anyway. By the time your kids are in their 30s, they'll be useless. The adrenaline glands are going to be burnt out, among other things. This is dangerous and detrimental to their development with all that amount of sugar, caffeine, taurine, everything, the shit that they've ram in there. If you're going to have kids, be a parent and be responsible for your kids. So yeah, tea. Stereotypical that it's a stereotype that the British drink a lot of tea, and it's confirmed though with this fun fact that we drink around 100 to 160 million cups daily. It's different types of tea: mint tea, regular tea, herbal teas, green tea, iced tea, like the fruit ones. Great for weather like we're having today, very hot. The summer weather, iced tea are quite refreshing. Which is about 36 billion every year. The difference from most countries in the world is that almost all tea drinkers, I guess, when you go to just your regular tea, well, just your, I don't know how to describe it, just tea, not your herbal ones, not all these other different ones. Your basic tea made from tea leaf, the tannin in the tea leaves from your tea bag, colouring, flavouring, the hot water. That's what I call your basic tea. So the difference in the UK is that from almost the rest of the world is that almost all drinkers in the UK, 98% add milk to the tea. Sometimes I have it with, sometimes I have it without. And those who've never had it with have tried it in their culture. They're not from the UK and they've tried milk, thinking it was weird, and they tried it, mixed in, and thought, oh, it's actually not bad at all. So, going from tea to stamps. Stamps originated in the United Kingdom. Sending letters was expensive before postage stamps were introduced in May 1840. The first stamp was issued in the UK. It was called the penny black, and Queen Victoria featured Queen Victoria. Sorry, the advent of the postage stamp made it cheaper to send letters and caused an increase in sending postcards, letters, and Christmas cards. The Queen didn't have a passport. During her 70 years on the throne, Queen Elizabeth II has visited over 100 countries on official duties. Although every person in the world needs an identity card, she does not need a British passport during her travels. Did not, because now we have the King. This is because passports are issued in the name of the Queen. Actually, His Majesty's Service now, HMS, be issued in the name of the King. As it was then, it's the same now. London has the longest running show at St. Martin's Theatre in the West End in London. The world's longest running show is being played. Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap has been running since 1952, which means that the show has been running for more than 70 years now. The show started as a radio play called Three Blind Mice. Follows the story of 7 strangers snowed in at a home in the countryside. Cheese rolling is a sport. Yes. It's a bit weird. Cheese rolling is a sport in the UK. Yeah. Cheese rolling is a sport. It is estimated that the sport started in the 15th century. Once a year, competitors compete in a cheese rolling competition at Cooper's Hill in Gloucestershire. During these competitions, participants chase a 3.2 kilogram, weighs 7 pounds, wheel of double Gloucestershire cheese down a steep hill. It is certainly a sport at risk, but is a tradition not to be missed in the region. The winner is the one crossing the finishing line first. Wins the wheel of the cheese as their prize. Stonehenge is older than the pyramids. I've been to Stonehenge. It's a fascinating area. It's all steeped in countryside as well, like around here where I am normally situated. All around me I live kind of like in a valley. I'm surrounded by rolling hills, trees, countryside. One thing the locals don't appreciate enough how beautiful it is. Yeah, although sometimes it's just a shame about the people here as well. Yeah. Without going off on a rant too much, try and stay on topic. Stonehenge is one of the world's most famous prehistoric monuments. It's got these stones at Stonehenge. When I went there, I can't remember what year it was a long time ago. The stones, if you look at them and imagine them as squared off, they're wear and tear and probably eroded a lot over the many, 3,000 years, built 3,000 years BC. And generally, I think if they were squared off and they wasn't so eroded, they would be pretty damn big, very robust, and just imagine how majestic it was. The sun and the moon solstice alignments go right through the middle of Stonehenge, crisscrossing winter solstice and summer solstice. I was found that fascinating. The first stones were an early henge monument built 3,000 years BC. And the exceptional stone circle was constructed in the Neolithic period, about 2500 BC. The pyramids were built and finished around 2500 to 2400 BC. We can conclude that monuments are very old and worth a visit. I'd recommend visiting. It's an interesting area. I did have a t-shirt that said Stonehenge on. I don't think I still got that. I might be a little bit too big for that now anyway. Kind of grown up over the years. Yeah, interesting place to be. A Welsh town has the longest name in Europe. Let's just end it with the word go go goth for now. Maybe I'll attempt to say it later. I'm not fluent in Welsh as much. I know a few Welsh words, but this would be a very challenging thing for anyone. Welsh is challenging. Anyway, I find yeah, it's the longest town name in Europe and one of the longest town names in the world. I think it was a deliberate attempt to get attraction via tourism with this long town name. A bit of an in joke as well. Often road signs in Wales are written in both Welsh and English. The translation of starts off as Llanfair Pwyl, Pwili, I don't know, Llanfair anyway. The translation of this really long name. Let me just go and look up the longest Welsh name town, and you'll see how long this is. What I said, Llanfair, well, that's not the whole thing. This is massive. It's huge. It's a long word, although translated, it's words. So, more manageable version translated is St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel, near a rapid whirlpool, and the Church of St. Cecilio near the Red Cave. That's what it means. Let me attempt. This is going to be funny. So, okay, Llanfair, Pwllgwen, Glilogry, Jury, Drob, Willincanti, Silio, Go, Goth. I've totally ruined it. My apologies to anyone who's fluent in Welsh. I just may as well have been mumbling with a mouthful of food. I don't know how to articulate this. We'll see if we can hear it being pronounced later. Or we do that now. If we can find that out, and then we'll move on to these other things. Next one you might be really surprised at. Say. How do we pronounce this? Let's have a look now. Someone's done a. It's not going to work. I think somebody just. I don't know if you could hear that. Let me see. Okay, somebody's having an in joke. Yeah. I pronunciation manual. I mean, it's like an AI. I think that tries to translate. And yeah, is there a proper pronunciation? Because that is hilarious. I want to hear that again, just for funsies.
Leopernagel. Larfarful. Larfarful Bart Garfy Fart.
Oh boy. How to pronounce?
The village. Way over the slits. Hranvar of Queen.
Yeah, do it. So Lanfair, Poigualin, Glo, Grohia, Granger, Droborlin, Siciliano, go. Something more. That's an improvement on my last one, I think. My last try. And regardless, let's get back to these things, these facts. So it's the longest town name in Europe. Chicken, this will surprise you. And you probably thought it was something else, typically. So, chicken tikka masala is England's national dish. And fish and chips years ago was different to how fish and chips is now, and I'd be ashamed actually to have the world think of that we take pride in fish and chips now as a typical um, something to be proud of in British culture. Nah, not really. It doesn't taste quite as nice because it was the way it's cooked in the different fats and so on. Now is different to what it used to be like years ago. Used to have what we call beef dripping, which is more flavourable. Regardless, someone will get. I'm not going to give you a cooking lesson on fish and chips, or fries, chips and fries. Americans change the name of everything anyway, and go and fuck it up anyway. You probably think of roast dinner, fish and chips, or steak and kidney pie when you hear someone saying British food. Nevertheless, the UK residents voted the chicken tikka masala as the country's national dish. I do like chicken tikka masala, usually with rice. Its popularity can be explained by its former colony and still strong ties with India. The dish was popularized by the British Asian cooks in the 1960s, but who actually came up with the recipe for this Indian mint curry is not known. I bet you thought there was nothing more American than apple pie, right? By the way, the original recipe for apple pie came from England. Yeah, just put it out there. Nine point import of haggis to the United States has been banned since the 70s. Scottish haggis is sheep's stomach filled with sheep's liver, heart, and lungs, as well as oatmeal, suet, stocks, onions, and various spices. This dish has been forbidden in the United States of America since 1971. The reason for this is that the United States Department of Agriculture believes that lungs should not be saved for use as human food. The lungs of a sheep can contain bacteria, so the ban is in place with food safety in mind. If it's cooked well enough, the bacteria die anyway. Just basic knowledge of how, it's just the same as saying, oh, you have meat for other things. Oh, that can contain bacteria. If it's cooked properly, there's no bacteria that should be surviving, no harmful bacteria that should be surviving the cooking process anyway. Ridiculous. Just another American myth. And the lies America is built on. Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. Scotland is known for its love of myths and legends. So, it comes as no surprise that a fabled creature is Scotland's national animal. It's not like they believe unicorns really exist, by the way. I like to put that out there. They're educated enough on what is real and what isn't. The unicorn was first used in the 12th century as national symbol. You can spot unicorns all over Scotland, often wrapped in a golden chain. It symbolizes purity, innocence, masculinity, and power. And it was believed that the unicorn is one of the strongest animals. The chain could be a symbol that the Scottish kings had so much power and strength that they could tame even a unicorn. Because the Welsh dragon is symbolized in the Welsh flag as well, the dragon. So there's some facts for you about the UK. I've never seen the cheese rolling down. I've never been there to see it. I might actually like to see that done someday. I've seen videos of it. Just kind of bizarre to me, even though I'm British anyway. The obvious one was the drinking tea, of course. But did you know the Stonehenge is older than the pyramids? Another thing about pyramidal structures, they're all over the world. They're not just in Egypt. When you mention the pyramids, you think of the pyramids in Egypt, but they're all over the world in different places. There's pyramidal structures in China. Yeah. Certainly the Gizo Plateau pyramids are very majestic. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care. There's another Exploratory Minds video just to put out there. I will be producing more articles at Exploratory Minds website, still in progress, under development, and if you go to exploratoryminds.net, you'll see some articles there. Some health orientated articles will be coming out. Hopefully this time I don't screw my own health up and veer off and get very unproductive like I did last year. It happens to the best of us, so yes, fingers crossed. Got beautiful weather, nice sunny weather, way better than last year as well, which helps my health a little bit as well. I get kind of depressed when it's dark and dingy. I need the sunlight, I need the vitamin D balance, among other things. But those are some of the things I'll be talking about, or writing about rather, as well on Exploratory Minds. Health, as well as technology, 3D printing, the spin-off technologies from 3D printing, and 3D printing being far older than you might think. Not necessarily, there's modern day spin-offs, but it's not a modern day technology if you count the other technologies that have caused these spin-offs, these inspirations. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll look forward to doing another video over on the other channel. I will be pointing out Donald Trump's body language along with Mark Carney's body language. So look out for that on Jack's Analysis. That is another channel, YouTube channel I have. Cheers. Bye.